عليكم أهلا وسهلا فيكم في الدرس الثالث or the third lesson in the Madinah book series and هيا بنا أحمد كم طالبا في فصلكم يا علي. How many students are in your class or علي؟ علي في فصلنا 14 طالبا. In our class are 14 students. أحمد الطلاب في فصلنا أكثر. The students in our class are more. So Ali said in our class are 14 students. Ahmed says الطلاب في فصلنا أكثر. The students in our class are more. فيه 19 طالبا. يا علي ما اسم الطالب الجديد الذي جاء أمس؟ So Ahmed says the students in our class are more. In it are 19 students. Oh Ali, what is the name of the new student that came yesterday? علي اسمه أسامة. His name is Osama. أحمد هو طويل جدا أليس كذلك؟ Ahmed says he is very tall, isn't it so? So نعم. So أكثر. So a very important thing that we're going to study today is the أفعال التفضيل or the comparative of superlative word, which is on the pattern of أفعل. So like I mentioned to you guys a few seconds ago, that af'al can be translated to a comparative superlative sense, and it can mean both. And we're going to study how. So like in the sentence we just read, kathir akthar is from the word kathir. So kathir means a lot, and aksar means more, and it's the comparative sense. And the af'al al-tafdeel is the same for muzakkar, and it's the same for masculine, feminine, or the plural. So we are going to use the same word even if it's masculine, feminine, or plural. But now, for now, just to make things simple, it's like pretty basic. It's just feminine. It's the same for masculine, feminine, and plural. And af'alu is mamnu' min as-sarf, or it's and we have studied the mamnu' min as-sarf concept previously. That mamnu' min as-sarf are those words that will not get the kasra and will not get the tanween. That's why he wrote aksaru. He did not write aksarun. Ahmadu huwa tawilun jiddun. Alaysa kadhalik. He is very tall. Isn't it so? So alaysa kadhalik is a phrase which can be translated to isn't it so? And it has multiple parts. For example, and the hamza is the hamza to istifham or hamza for questioning. Laysa means not, which we have studied in the second lesson. Kadhalika, so dhalika means that, and ka, this is the harful jar, which means like. So even if you don't understand the ka part right now, it's okay, because this is not the part of our lesson. But I wanted to break the whole phrase down for you guys. So alaysa kadhalik means isn't it like that? Isn't it like that? Ali bala. So bala is a bit different from na'am. Bala means yes. And for now, if someone says alaysa kadhalik, then you can reply to him with bala. It means yes. And we're going to study it in the upcoming lessons, bi'ithnillah. So for now, you can just it's enough knowing that bala means na'am, and it's used with alaysa kadhalik. Ali bala. هو طويل جدا ولكن حامدا أطول منه. So ولكن means ولكن means يعني it means but, and it's from the akhwat of inna. So akhwat of inna, that's why all the rules and everything we have studied about inna are applicable on it, since it's from the akhwat, or the sisters of inna. ولكن, so نعم, هو طويل جدا, he is very tall. ولكن, but حامدا, Hamid is أطول, and Hamid is mansub since ولكن and اسمه إن and all of that. So حامدا أطول منه. So the اسم تفضيل for طويل is أطول, taller. So min, we generally use min with af'al. So here we have studied up till now that min means from, but here min is can be translated to then. So Hamidan atwalu, taller than him, and the him is represented by يعني the ضمير متصل at the end of min. إنه, indeed he, أطول طالب في فصلنا. So like I told you guys earlier that this word, يعني this pattern of words. But نعم by the way أفعل أفعل التفضيل or يعني التفضيل on the pattern, the تفضيل is on the pattern of أفعل, or the comparative superlative is on the pattern of أفعل, and we have seen in the previous book that this pattern is ممنوع من الصرف, which I guess told you guys earlier. So إنه أطول طالب. And this pattern can be used for the comparative and superlative sense. So in this part, for example, in this part of the sentence, إنه أطول طالب, here it can be translated into English as he is the tallest student in the class, in our class. إنه أطول طالب في فصلنا. ومن أطول طالب في فصلكم, and who is the tallest class in your who is the tallest student in your class? أحمد أطول طالبا في فصلنا إبراهيم. The tallest student in our class is Ibrahim. علي أدفترك هذا يا أحمد. Is this your notebook? So in the Hafs Hamza Istifham we use اسم الإشارة after the word. أدفترك هذا يا أحمد. إن خطك إن خطك جميل جدا ما شاء الله. Is this your notebook يا أحمد? Is this your notebook? Oh Ahmed, your writing is very beautiful. Ahmed, shukran ya Ali. Ahmed says, thank you, O Ali. خطي جميل وخطك أجمل. My handwriting is beautiful and your handwriting is more beautiful. علي من هذا الفتى الذي معك يا أحمد? Who is this young man with you, O Ahmed? كأنه أخوك. So كأن is from the أخوات of أن, which is a word that we are going to study in the upcoming lessons, inshallah. And so كأن it means it looks as if, and we can use it with the ضمائر, the متصل, the connected pronouns. So for example, in this case he used it with the who pronoun, the who connected pronoun, which means he of the third person in the past tense. So he looks as if he is your brother. كأنه أخوك. أحمد نعم هو أخي الشقيق. Yes, he is my brother الشقيق. علي أكبر منك هو أم أصغر. Is he so الشقيق means Ahmed who no so شقيق means شقيق means full brother. علي أكبر منك هو أم أصغر. Is he bigger than you or smaller? And we have studied the what does the mean and how is it used with the Hamzatul Istifham. So أكبر منك هو أم أصغر. Is he bigger than you or small? So is he older than you or smaller? هو أصغر مني. He is smaller than me. So now, another important thing that you should note down is that when we are going to use the min with the af'al wa tafdeel, so minni and minna are the only words that have the shadda, and so minni means from, but in the af'al wa tafdeel case we're going to translate it to then me, and minna means then us. علي في أي محجع أنت يا أخي? In which hostel are you, oh my brother? أحمد أنا في المحجع الخامس. I am in the fifth hostel. وهو بعيد جدا عن الجامعة, and it's very far from the Jamia. So a thing to remember is that with بعيد we use the word an, بعيد جدا. And so, and this يعني all of these words an, fi, bi, these can be a bit challenging. So whenever you're going to study the fi'l or the af'al, but يعني this is just an extra information. So in Arabic we generally uh, يعني there are words that we use with the af'al or the asma, and if you guys remember the ism with these kind of words, it is better. So for example, ba'id, after ba'id we use the word an. So if you say ba'id anil jamia, it is far from the jamia. And when we use the word qarib, which means near, we use min. So these things are, and I believe that if you memorize these any of these combinations, it's going to be best, since it's going, when you're going to speak with someone or when you're going to read books, it comes more naturally instead of learning the rules or something like that. وهو بعيد جدا عن الجامعة, and he's far away from the جامعة. علي أنا في المهجع, أنا في المهجع الثامن وهو أبعد من مهجعكم. I am in the eighth hostel, and it's further from your hostel. أحمد أيهما أحسن. So أيهما is the construction or a new word that is made from two words, which is أيو, which means which. Huma is the pronoun. It's the pronoun for musanna, or for two objects. So which of the two are better? So Ahmed basically says which of the two are better. أيهما does not mean which of the two are better, but أحسن means better. So علي المحجر الخامس أحسن فإن غرفة غرفه أوسع ونوافذه أكبر ومراحضه أنظف والسرور التي فيه والسرور التي فيه أجمل. So المحجع الخامس أحسن is better, since فإن, so فإن is is basically a, let's just not go into too much details. So فإن basically means because, and it's also construction from it's also construction from two different things, and it can be translated into English as any so indeed and because. So the translation of فإن is so indeed or because, and of course it's like inna. It just has the harf al-atf behind that, just for. That's why ghuraf is basically the the plural of room. So ghurfatun means a room, and ghuraf means rooms. Ghurafahu awsa'. Awsa' is the comparative sense. It's the comparative word for wasi' or spacious. So Ali basically says the fifth hostel is better, since also because غرفه, its rooms are more spacious. ونوافذه أكبر, and its windows are bigger. ومراحله أنظف, and its toilets are cleaner. والسرور والسرور التي فيه أجمل, and the beds in it are better. So now that's the end for the tahadduth, or the conversation part, but we are going to study the numbers now, and I'm going to translate the heading or the meanings of the questions. So تمارين أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. Answer the following questions. ضع هذه العلامة أمام الجملة الصحيحة، وهذه العلامة وهذه العلامة أمام الجملة التي ليست صحيحة. ده يعني put هذه this علامة in front of the correct statement. وهذه العلامة أمام الجملة التي ليست صحيحة, and this symbol in front of the word that is not correct. أجب عن الأسئلة and answer the following questions. اقرأ الأمثلة الآتية لاسم التفضيل. Read the following examples for اسم التفضيل. So they gave all the examples. طويل is أطول, صغير is أصغر, أسهل means easier from سهل, أجمل means better. Sorry, أجمل means more beautiful. But sorry, نعم أجمل means more beautiful. والسرور التي فيه أجمل. كون جملا من الكلمة الآتية مستعملا اسم تفضيل. So form a sentence using the following words and اسم التفضيل pattern. اقرأ الأمثلة ثم حول الجملة الآتية على غرارها مستعملا اسم التفضيل. Read the examples and then convert the following sentences on its pattern using اسم التفضيل. اقرأ المثالين ثم اربط بين كل جملتين فيما يلي مستعمل لكن واعلم أن لكن من أخوات إن. So لكن ولكن it's the same thing. is حرف العطف. لكن so لكن means but and it's from the أخوات of إن. So no, I'm sorry. This basically says that read the two examples and then kind of connect between the two sentences using lakinna and keeping in mind that lakinna is from the akhwat of inna. اقرأ المثالين ثم ادخل كأن على الجمل الآتية علما بأن كأن من أخوات إن. So read the two examples and then enter كأن on the following sentences, keeping in mind that أن كأن أن كأن is from the أخوات of إن, not أن. So كأن is, but كأن is made from ك and أن, and ك we have studied harmful there means like, and أن means that, which we study in the later lessons, but yeah, it's hard to add it right now. So ك means the harmful jar which means like, and أن means that, and it's from the أخوات of إن. Naam. So these are the numbers in Arabic. So just to give a quick recap of the stuff we have studied previously. So 1 or 2, the number 1 can kind of be represented using the tanween. Since when you use the tanween, you generally refer to one object. But you use the word wahid, and wahid acts as an adjective. So for example, talibun wahid, one student. So it acts like an adjective. That's why an Arabic adjective comes after the noun. That's why talib wahid means one student, and wahid came after talib or the noun. Then you have ithnan. Ithnan also acts like wahid in the sense that it comes after the word, yani the ism. So for example, talibani ithnan. But in Arabic we have the muthanna or the dual form. So you generally don't need the word ithnan in these kind of scenarios, except if you're doing emphasis. And from 3 to 10, we studied that. And by the way, wahid has also a feminine form. It's wahida or bitata marbuta, and ithnan has a form of ithnatan, which is which means which is the feminine form of 2. Then from 3 to 10, we studied that 3 to 10 also has the masculine and feminine forms, and up till that point, from 1 to 10, the numbers seemed English-like or followed patterns or rules that we have studied, or followed patterns that are similar in English. So, for example, 3 to 10 had the ثلاثة طلاب. So it had the jama. We used the plural form of in the ma'dud. ثلاثة طلاب. And it had the mudhakkar and the muannas. It had the masculine and the feminine form. But the interesting thing was that for masculine stuff, we used the word that was feminine. So salasatu is like in itself, as a word, it's feminine since it has the ta marbuta. But we used it with masculine stuff, and salathu, which in itself is the word itself is not feminine since it does not have the ta marbuta. but we use it for feminine stuff. So already we are starting to things are becoming harder. And we studied that mudaf, the ثلاثة, the words from 3 to 10 act like a مضاف and مضاف إليه. So ثلاثة طلاب, ثلاثة does not have a 10 means it's مضاف, and طلاب has a kasra or two kasras. So it has two kasras or it's a kasra since it is a مضاف إليه. And if you do not understand the stuff that I just said, we have done this lesson in the previous book. Then we studied the words mi'at and alf in this in this book, in the first lesson I believe. Mi'a means 100 and alf means 1,000, and we studied that they don't have a masculine and feminine form. So even if it's the feminine, if the ma'dud is feminine, it will still remain the same. And an interesting thing we studied was that with mi'a and alf the ma'dud is singular. It's singular, but it is majroor. So for example, mi'atu kutubin. So you can't see the two kasras, but it's mi'atu kutub. So, or 100 books, or alfu kutubin. Sorry, alfu kitabin. Now, this was the thing that we studied with mi'a and alf, kitabin. So mi'atu kitabin, 100 books, or alfu kitabin. And we translate this sentence in English as 100 books or 1,000 books, but in Arabic it is just written, we have used the mufrad or the singular. We just use kitab. We do not use the word kutub. So it's mi'atu kitabin or alfu kitabin, although we use 100 or 1,000. So this is different from English, but it's still majroor. But now in the numbers from 11 to basically 99, the word or the ma'dud is mansoob. So it will have the two fathas. For example, in this example it's given أحد عشر طالبا. It's mansoob. It has two fathas, and it stays like that. The ma'dud stays mansoob till 99, and then we say word 100, which is majroor. So but for this lesson, we're going to study we're only going to study the words from 11 to 19 or 11 to 20. So أحد عشر. And another different thing in these 11 to 19 is that all of these words, even in the feminine or in the masculine or the feminine, both are mabni. Mabni means indeclinable. Indeclinable means it does not. So for example, we studied from Salatha to, we studied from 3 to 10, the words from 3 to 10. It could have the one, it did not have the tanween since it was mudaf. So for example, Salathatu did not have the tanween since it was mudaf, but it could have the damma or fatha, the damma or fatha or kasra based on based on the position of the word in the sentence. So for example, if it came after an inna, or if it was an ismu inna, it would have the fatha, or if it did not have anything, it would have the dhamma since it's the default case. Or if it came with, let's say, a harful jar, then it would have been majroor. And same is the case with mi'atu and alf. And mi'a also, mi'a can also have the one dhamma or one fatha or one kasra, and same is the case with alf. But with numbers from 11 to 19, it stays the same. There's no change at the end of the i'rab. With the i'rab, so there's no change. It will always have the fatha. So the muzakkar, we're going to study the muzakkar. We're going to read the muzakkar numbers first. So أحد عشر طالبا, 11. اثنا عشر طالبا, ثلاثة عشر طالبا. So it will always have the fatha in the end. And then ثلاثة عشر, ثلاثة عشر طالبا, أربعة عشر طالبا, خمسة عشر طالبا, ستة عشر طالبا, سبعة عشر طالبا, ثمانية عشر طالبا, تسعة عشر طالبا, 20 طالبا. And 20, by the way, 20 follows different rules from 11 to 19. 20 has, 20 will have يعني the mansoob case, which is 20. So if you guys notice something, that أحد عشر, the طالب, the معدود is masculine. And so for the first two numbers, both of أحد عشر, it's, as you can see, it's a combination of عشر, which means 10, and أحد means 1. So as you can see that both combinations follow the معدود in gender. So أحد is also a masculine. نعم, أحد is also a masculine word. عشرة is also a masculine. The word is masculine. طالبا is also a masculine word. Same is the case with إثنى. إثنى عشرة. Both are masculine, and the معدود is also masculine. But from 13 to 19, the first part is not masculine. The word is not masculine. And the second part is masculine. So this part is, sorry, naam, the first part is feminine. The first part is feminine, since it has the ta marbuta. So the first word is not feminine. So the first word is not masculine, even though our madud is masculine and ashara, but ashara is masculine. Same is the case with khamsa. The khamsa is not masculine; it's a feminine word. Ashara is masculine. So the first word is feminine and the second is masculine when the ma'dud is masculine. So you guys might have to study and review or rewind this part a bit, since it contains a lot of stuff. So if the ma'dud is masculine, then from the numbers 13 to 19, the first part will be feminine and the second part will be masculine. But if the ma'dud is feminine, then the first part of the number will be masculine, the second part of the number would be feminine. And by the way, isna is not mabni, and it can have different forms. For example, ithnay, isna is marfu, and it can have ithnay in both the majroor and the mansoob case. It is declinable, or it can change depending on the position of the word. I told you guys previously that mabni, but mabni is not, but isna is not mabni. The first part is not mabni, so it can be isnai ashara. The first part. Remember, the first part from 12 is not mabni. It can be isnai, and it is isnai in both the mansoob and the majroor. And the alif from the alif is from isna can be removed in certain scenarios, which you may see in the exercises down below. So ithnai can be removed if it comes in between the sentence, but we're going to study this later on. And you guys should be taking notes right now, since you have studied a lot of stuff. So, and you guys can rewind it as many times as you want, or if you guys think that I taught it too quickly, or I should have given more examples, then do let me know. And by the way, I don't give examples for stuff that we will not probably study in this sentence. Sorry, we will not probably study in this lesson, since we are going to see the examples in the upcoming lessons, basically. And Ashrun, so the numbers from 11 to 19 have different forms depending on if the madud is masculine or feminine. But Ishrun does not have a different form if the number is masculine or feminine. So Ishrun is just Ishrun. Ishrun means 20. And these are the feminine versions. So by the way, أحد عشرة, it becomes إحدى عشرة. إحدى عشرة. And we just studied that the 11 and 12 follow both 11 so 11, these words are basically compound words. So both parts of the number in 11 and 12 follow the madud in gender. So if we use the feminine, it will be إحدى عشرة. إحدى عشرة, 11. إثنتا عشرة. By the way, إثنتا will also be declinable, so it could also become إثنتين. إثنتا عشرة, 12. And these are the numbers. By the way, we're going to study feminine numbers later on too, inshallah. So now, that was the end of the numbers, and there's an exercise related to it here. اقرأ ما يلي ثم اكتبه مع كتابة الأرقام الواردة فيه بالحروف. Read what follows, and then write with, and then basically you have to write the numbers instead of, you have to write the whole words of any words in the number in words form instead of just writing the number itself. اقرأ ما يلي. So these are عدد ترتيبي. عدد ترتيبي means ترتيب means if you, and you just forgot the word, if you, and if I will inshallah get the word later on, it just slipped out of my mind. So the word, the definition, or the definition, or naam, or the word given for these words are عدد ترتيبي. And اقرأ ما يلي. الدرس الأول are ordinal numbers. We can say ordinal numbers. نعم, I just got it. Ordinal numbers or عدد ترتيبي. الدرس الأول, the first lesson. الدرس الثاني, the second lesson. الدرس الثالث, these are so these ordinal numbers act like adjectives or نعت منعوت or صفة موصول. الدرس الرابع, the fourth lesson. الدرس الخامس, the fifth lesson. الدرس السادس, the sixth lesson. الدرس السابع, the seventh lesson. الدرس الثامن, 8th. الدرس التاسع, 9th. الدرس العاشر, 10th. So we're going to study the ordinal numbers from 1 to 10 in this lesson for both masculine and feminine. So even this has the masculine and feminine. Surprise, surprise. So الدرس الأول, so alhamdulillah, we are lucky in the sense that converting from masculine to feminine in this is quite simple compared to the 11 to 19. So for example, الدرس الثاني would basically, by the way, ثاني is derived from ثاني is ثانٍ, so it is on the same pattern of the Ghalin pattern, which we studied in the first lesson. And from the numbers from 2 to 10 can be made into feminine using أتى مربوطة. So الدرس الثانية, الدرس السادسة. But for the first word, the feminine is أولى instead of أولة. It's not, there's no أولة, it's أولى. الدرس الأولى, sorry, this is not the correct example. You can say طالبة الأولى, the first student. So other than أولى, all of the rest of the ordinal numbers follow the classic feminine pattern. نعم. انعت الأسماء الآتية بالعدد الترتيبي المشتق من العدد المذكور أمام كل واحد منها. So انعت means follow it with a na'at. So make it, follow it with a na'at. So follow the words that are coming, the written words with a na'at. With the adad mentioned in front of it. So al-yawm, so they put the symbol for 8 right now in front of it. So al-yawm, al-yawm as-samin, the 8th day. الطالب الثالث, the 3rd student. الدرس العاشر, the 10th student. الصفحة التاسعة, the 9th student, like this. And remember that Ula is the al-awwal, and the muannas of awwal is Ula. And we've studied the word bala, and we're going to use it as a jawab. It's basically a jawab li-tasdeeq, and we're going to say it later on. And you use it as a jawab for alaysa kazalik. Ayyuhuma is basically a combination of the two words, ayyu and huma. And the last thing we're going to study in this tawil lesson is that mafa'il, the plural on the pattern of mafa'il and mafa'il are mamnu min as-sarf. An example of that are fanajin. Fanajin basically means teacups, and fanadiq means hotels. So these words are mamnu min as-sarf. So mafa'il and mafa'il, the words in these patterns are mamnu min as-sarf. By the way, I did not understand why, yani why they provided the mamnu min as-sarf like this. Yani in every lesson they're going to give you one or two mamnu min as-sarf examples or mamnu min as-sarf patterns. There are many. And in the end of the third book, they gave like a whole summary of it. So you guys can study or memorize this right now, but I would recommend you guys to just see it. I would recommend you guys to just look at the summary of it, which you can ask for by writing in the comments, or you can try to search it on the internet by yourselves. So I hope this lesson was useful. Ma'as salam.